Here we go, folks. We are set for action for the NASCAR Racing Experience 300 season opener for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, second race of Thursday night. Green flag in the air. We are set to go here. 30 days until the actual Daytona 500. As Speed Weeks continues for me. As the NASCAR Xfinity Series season opener is here. We did not qualify, therefore we started 37th.
Careful, still there.
And this should be a fun race at that.
Careful.
With the controller once again. Just have to get going and see how Christopher Bell might be able to drive from the back to the front and win this race like Haley Deegan did in the race I used earlier today. Win and you're in the postseason. This is the first race. 12 drivers can make the playoffs. We've got stage racing here in the Xfinity Series like we did in the truck race. Only this is a 300-mile, 120-lap race instead of a 100-lap, 250-mile race. So therefore, stages will be a little bit longer. In fact, the first and second stage will be extended 10 laps compared to what the truck race was, but the final stage will still be 60. So there will likely be pit stops in between stage 1 and 2.
Careful, still there.
First lap of the race was led by Justin Haley last lap, and Haley is also going to lead lap 2. So he's pulling out to a pretty decently sized lead. Christopher Bell, as of right now, stuck towards the rear end of the field.
Careful, still there.
3 wide through the tri-oval. 3 by 3, that is. Dean Smith, Jeremy Clemens were very close to each other there.
Stay low, stay low. Careful, still there.
There's really nowhere to go for him. He can't really build up a lot of
Careful, still there.
momentum here or a big run at that.
Car on the outside now.
Trying, but I just don't really have any help from behind right now. Therefore, I'm not really able to get that big run that I want. Maybe Jeffrey can move down to the inside right behind me. That probably would be more beneficial. There we go. Big move up through the middle now for Bell.
Clear low, bud.
Zigzagging in and outside of traffic.
Still there.
Knowing that to win this opening stage of the race, we've got to get going here.
Still there. Keep hitting your mark. You'll keep getting better. Still there. Careful, still there. Still there. Clear high, clear high.
Big block there on Josh Balicki.
Still there inside. All right, clear low.
Slowly but surely, Bell moving his way through the field.
Careful, still there. Got a car high now. Careful, still there. Stay low, stay low.
Notice a lot of these guys have been racing around the outside compared to the bottom.
Stay low, stay low.
More drivers are typically racing around the inside in the Truck Series race.
Careful.
But at different points and different stretches of the race, we had drivers racing both the top and bottom. So we're into the top 10 now for the first time. Out of the inside for the 8th place position on the track. We're going to get on by Garrett Smithley. Here's the pole sitter, Justin Haley. Now getting past for 7, so we're up to 7.
All right, you're clear.
Right behind the 7 car of Justin Allgaier into the outside of him. Teams 1 and 2 here. These Xfinity Series cars are faster than the truck. Right on the back bumper of Allgaier, and now looking to the inside as he really pinches us down, but no contact was made, and he's going to have to let us go. And we're going to trade positions, and now trying to side draft off of the 2 car of Tyler Reddick. Really love that paint scheme Reddick's running in this one.
Still there.
Out of the inside of Ryan Sieg, and we're up to 4th.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
Top 3, 1, 2, 3 in front of the field. They space out now down the back straightaway just to go single file once again. We get a big pull on the back bumper of Brandon Brown now. To make it a 4-car pack out in front of the field. We're just going to push Brandon Brown here, see if we can get up there. Only on lap 10, but already about a third of the way through this opening stage of the race. Taking all over the place to try and get around Brandon Brown for 3rd, but it's not working, at least for right now. We just don't have enough help from behind, at least right now. And now we get to the inside of Brown, who gets very, very loose all of a sudden. Entering turns 3 and 4. Get around him pretty easily. Chase Josh Williams in 2nd here. Christopher Bell in 3rd. Williams to the inside, looking on Briscoe. Briscoe throws the block. Wow, Williams almost blocked us into the wall, but not quite, and now we're side by side for 2nd. We tried to side draft off of each other, now a falling line right behind him again in 3rd. This big long pack of single file cars will get even bigger with 19 laps to go in the stage. Now to the inside of Williams. A little bit of a side draft.
Careful, still there.
And trying to clear Williams for 2nd now. This is what Briscoe wants to see. He doesn't want to see 2 lines forming, but he wants to see good battling for 2nd.
Still there.
Brown going to give us a push from behind. And that might help us get by Williams this time. And yes, so we're up to 2nd for the first time here today. Brown followed us to get back into the 3rd position. Now with 18 laps to go in stage 1, we are closing in on the race leader Chase Briscoe. Closing into the back bumper of Briscoe, now down to the inside. Bell looking for his first lead of the season.
Careful, still there.
Definitely going to be tight off of turn 4. Drag race back to the start-finish line. Up the track, chasing the side draft is Bell, but somehow Briscoe will still lead the lap. And now Bell will beat him into turn 1, and Christopher Bell looking to lead his first lap of the race now. And it will be on lap 15 when we come back to the start-finish line if Bell can hang on to the lead for the next half a lap. Christopher Bell currently out in front.
Half down, half to go.
We're halfway through this opening stage of the race as we ride along with the in-car cam for the first time here today. Pretty calm for the most part out in front of the field.
Outside. All right, you're clear there.
Hasn't been a lot to talk about so far outside of the fact that Christopher Bell is not only leading this race, but has been leading for the last couple laps. And it happened after starting from the rear of the field. 14 laps to go here as we ride along in this Toyota Supra. Seems like it's going to be tough to pass for the lead on the top side of the track. We saw in the truck race earlier today that you could pass for the lead on the outside. And it happened a lot, actually. Just enough of momentum, just enough room, but we're just not able to see anything like that really here in this stage. I'll have to probably go and block for the top eventually, but haven't really had to in this run so far. There's just not enough cars up there on the top right now. And I've been keeping my nose clean here throughout as well. Slowly gaining though, as you can see Garrett Smithley up there. The bottom. Despite me talking about the fact that the top has not been working out 3 wide right up through the middle. Gotta hold on to it. This is very, very tight.
Careful, still there. Got one down low now. Hold your line, got one inside.
Amazing how with the in-car cam was just able to hold on to the top side of the track. Keeping the car clean in the process. I think I could have done that with the steering wheel so far. I mean, we have room on the bottom. Oh man, what a gutsy move to get to the bottom of the racetrack that time. A very, very gutsy move. It'll happen on the in-car cam.
Careful, still there.
was unbelievable.
Stay on the bottom here.
So there was a little bit of room, so I went for it. And once again here, getting towards the end of the first stage.
Caution.
And we have a caution. Caution is out now on lap 20 in this race. So I don't think anybody's going to pit here following the first caution. Austin Hill will pit, but that's because he's last on the lead lap anyway. So it's a smart move on his behalf. And we will have 7 laps to go when we go green this time. So 7 laps to go in stage 1 when we go green. We will restart in the 6th position here. And the green flag is back in the air here at Daytona, and now slight contact off the restart.
Careful, still there.
The 66 car kind of
Got a carload now.
wheel hop there on the getting through the shifts. Spun the tires, kind of got into the side of him a little bit. Trying to keep it clean here.
Still there.
Williams starting to slowly fade back once again here. Top side prevailing on the restart with Justin Allgaier out in front.
Still there.
When we get back to the line, we will have 6 laps to go in stage 1 in this race.
Careful, still there.
Now we're back up to speed, trying to go right up the middle now. And now quickly down to the bottom and to the inside of Briscoe at that. 3 wide for third rather. On back with the race leader, Josh Williams, trying to get out in front of Allgaier. Can he do it? Not yet, at least. We got Greg Gaulding coming up behind here. He's going to give us a bump trap. There he is. We have locked bumpers now down the back straightaway and heading into turn 3. We try to at least clear Briscoe for third, and we do finally. Now to the inside of Allgaier for second. Off of turn 4 to the start-finish line. 5 laps to go in stage 1 here at Daytona. Now to the top side here, quickly back down to the bottom. Williams to block. He blocks us to the apron.
Car there on the inside.
I don't know if that was necessarily a smart move on his behalf. You want to go for the stage win, but how much does it actually mean? Getting a nice run here all by ourselves on Williams this time, but we're just going to stay in line right behind him, and we will have 4 laps to go. So yes, 4 laps to go now in stage 1. When do we time this out? I think we just got to go for it any chance we get. You never know if that will be the only chance you get. To try and take the lead. A little bit of a bobble coming out of turn 2. That's going to cost us some time. Come out of turn 4, back down to the start-finish line again, and we will have 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go in stage 2. Sorry, stage 1 rather. 3 wide back there for third. When can we get the big run on Williams? If a caution comes out, the stage will be over. So far, everybody's racing clean down the back straightaway, but it is 3 by 3 on back. Big run now by Bell on Williams. And we are side by side for the lead entering turn 3. with Williams on the top, Bell on the bottom, still side by side off of turn 4. Williams will lead the lap, 2 to go down stage 1. And a push from behind from Allgaier. A big push at that into turn 1. Bell gonna clear Williams, and here comes Allgaier. Allgaier up the inside of the racetrack. Side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. We have a drag race. Bell trying to hold on tight on the top side. Can he get enough help from Williams from behind? Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. And Justin Allgaier. Allgaier is in the lead, coming to the white flag. Bell didn't even need a lap. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go in stage 1. Allgaier leads, Bell in second, and now side by side into turn 1. Bell down to the bottom on Allgaier. Might need some help from behind, and he might get it from Williams. But can he at least hold strong and stay on pace with Allgaier? A push from behind from Williams. It's a drag race down the back straightaway with the advantage on the bottom of the track to Christopher Bell. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final. Fading back, but Williams trying to make a run at it coming to the checker. Williams has Allgaier beat, not for long. But Bell's going to have everybody beat. Christopher Bell wins stage 1 on a last lap pass on Justin Allgaier, who will bring it home second in the opening stage of the race. And that will set up our first pit stops of the race today. So a pretty good opening stage of the race here at Daytona in the Xfinity Series. And it ends with a Christopher Bell win in stage 1. Four-tire pit stop coming our way. Austin Hill, the only driver to stay out. He pitted under that caution in stage 1, so he should be able to make it the rest of the way here. So the green flag will be in the air. As Austin Hill will lead us back to the green flag.
Stay high up here. Hold your line, got 1 inside. Hold your line, got 1
We're going to go on the top side for Bell. The whole outside just didn't seem like it wanted to go, so I'm not getting enough draft on the restart. And I quickly fall from second to fifth. Still can't quite get to the inside though. Now we do on Golding, and a bold move to take it 3 wide to the inside, entering turn 3. And Allgaier now in the sucker hole in the middle of the racetrack, but he is fighting hard to at least keep that middle line going. Austin Hill is going to lead lap number 1 in stage 2. The green flag lap, that is, in stage 2. And back up to second once again is Christopher Bell. So you got the yellow stripes there. You got the rookie Hill in the Xfinity Series here looking for a win. Five laps to go. And stage number 2.
Got a car coming inside now.
They'll let the bottom open there for Golding.
Careful, still there.
Hill up to the top side to block us right now. Golding is coming on the inside of the racetrack. now a bump trap here to the back of Hill. Trying to give him some sort of an advantage. And now 3 wide in the middle goes Bell, looking at least for the lead. It's not going to work. Contact now with Balicki.
You got room. You're clear.
Bell is doing all right. He had to force his way down to the inside, but he did get back down there. Ray Golding. So the race leader with Brandon Brown in second, Christopher Bell in third. Brown getting pushed now, and now it's going to be 3 wide for the lead. Bell makes a move to the bottom. Trying to set both drivers up at the same time, and we're 3 wide heading into the trioval for the lead. Balicki's actually going to help Bell, and Bell will lead the second lap of the race. Sorry, it wasn't the second lap led. It was the first lap of stage 2 that Bell has led, but not the second lap led overall. It's got a couple more laps than that. This is the 3rd time in the race now. Bell has had the lead. Run about 43 laps on a full tank of fuel here in the Xfinity Series at Daytona. Which does make for an interesting setup as far as who wants to go where. Big 3x3x3, keep your couple wheels back. 20 laps to go in stage 2. Cole Custer seemingly in the top 5 now for the first time here today.
Inside. You got room, you're clear then. Hold your line, got one inside. Hold your line, got one.
It looks like Justin Allgaier is going to take the race lead away.
Outside.
Oh, now we're 3 wide, 4 wide for a quick moment through the trioval.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Still 3 wide here in turns 1 and 2.
Hold that line, driver.
how tight everything is right now.
You're all clear up top. You got room. You're clear.
Bell actually able to get to the inside. Trying to help out Christopher Bell, get by Jeffrey Earnhardt at least. From there, we'll have to see where else he goes. Vinny Miller on in front, unsponsored driver here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. One of the best here in the series, Christopher Bell and Justin Allgaier as well, even. Pretty close behind him. Now we have a caution here for the second time today in the first in stage 2. 76 laps to go currently. Caution came out with 77 laps to go. And that will bring us to the restart, in which Bell will restart in the second position.
Coming to the green, driver. Almost ready now. Green's out, man. Let's
Here we go. Green flag back in the air here at Daytona. 13 laps to go in stage number 2.
Say hi, say hi. Hold your line, got one inside.
Couldn't get to the inside. Ryan Sieg was there, and so was Justin Allgaier. And now Chase Briscoe, as well as Ray Black Jr. That was able to work out whatsoever there, and now quickly right up through the middle.
Hold your line.
Now contact is being made.
Hold that line, driver. Low clear.
And nevertheless, Christopher Bell going to get out, well, not in front, but towards the front, to get back up to speed here once again at Daytona.
Careful, still there.
Can't quite clear Allgaier. In fact, Allgaier uses our corner panel to kind of come up, get a side draft.
Stay on the bottom. Still there.
11 laps to go in stage number 2.
Still there.
Well, won stage 1. He's trying to win stage 2 as well. Trying to get 2 playoff points in
Still there.
during this race, as well as the 20 points.
Still there. Still there.
Looks like Ray Black Jr. is even pushing the 39 of Ryan Sieg. That was a big side draft there off of the 78 of Vinny Miller. Just really trying to second back. And now look at how bobbly the 39 car behind us is getting.
Careful there.
Ryan Sieg, and now he gets blocked off
Looking
even.
inside now. Clear down low.
Only 10 laps to go in stage 2.
Got a car coming inside now.
Ray Black Jr. now to the inside of us.
Hold your line, say hi. Got a car coming inside now. Still there. Careful, still there.
been doing a pretty good job here in stage 2 so far, but now the caution will fly once again. And for the third time already in the early going of this one, caution is out. This time with 69 laps to go, all in the first half of the race. When we get to the end of stage 2 here, the crossed flags will be out. That will signify that the race is half over. And it looks like right now we will have a restart.
Coming to the green, driver. Be ready here.
Green flag back in the air, so didn't even get 2 laps into that green flag run. 6 laps to go.
Hold to the line.
Now it's the restart now, looking to take it 3 wide, but instead just kind of stuck right behind Vinnie Miller with really nowhere to go.
Got a car coming inside now.
And this is now going to be tough to try and win the stage.
Got a car coming inside now.
Very, very quickly fading back now is Christopher Bell, all the way back to the 9th position.
Got a car low now.
And now here comes Allgaier. There's some contact made. Bell really tried to close the door on him there, and Allgaier had to get out of the gas, or there would have been a huge wreck. I guess there still could be 5 laps to go, though, here in stage number 2. 5 laps left in stage 2 to the outside and trying to at least get around Austin Hill. What a move, a power move at that by Bell to pass Hill around the outside, quickly get back down to the inside, and now here comes Christopher Bell, trying to win stage 2 like he did in stage 1.
Still there. Car outside, hold the line.
Like contact now with Balicki.
Alright, you're clear.
Didn't mean for it, but Bell not going to get out of the gas here. He wants to win stage 2. 4 wide! 4 wide through the tri-oval. Not really a lot of room at all. As everybody's beating doors here, still 4 wide.
Stay on the bottom.
And now down to side by side by the time they get into turn 1.
Got a car coming inside now. Low clear.
Unbelievable. I am not sure how we did the wreck there, but nevertheless, it just didn't happen. And currently, Christopher Bell still in 6th. Tried to get up to 3rd, though, passing 3 drivers at once through the tri-oval, and it almost ended up in a wreck.
Careful, still there.
Very gutsy behavior here from Christopher Bell. Dirt ringer winner of stage 1 here in this race at Daytona, now trying to win stage 2. 3 laps to go in the second stage of the race.
Careful, still there.
Well, seemingly needs a little bit more help, though.
Stay low.
And he's just not getting that right now until now. Help from behind, it's Austin Hill.
Still there.
It is Hill trying to push Christopher Bell.
Careful.
Contact now with Tommy Joe Martins as well. That almost didn't help.
Careful, still there.
Just can't seemingly do it. 2 laps to go. Bell's been battling almost a little bit too much here with Tommy Joe Martins right now, so he is now up to 4th going into turn 1. 2 laps to go in stage number 2.
Still there.
To the outside, here he goes, right behind Vinnie Miller. Now quickly trying to shut the door. 4 wide for the lead down the back straightaway.
Low clear.
Unbelievable run. 4 wide for the lead at Daytona down the back straightaway.
You're clear there.
Bell is going to end up into 3rd. And now 3 wide for the lead back through the tri-oval.
Still there.
Bell trying to get all of them back at once. A gutsy move, 1 flag in the air. 1 lap to go in stage number 2. Still 3 wide for the lead into 1.
Still there.
Who will get the advantage? Austin Hill trying to push out ahead the 20th Christopher Bell.
Got one down.
Up the track he goes.
Outside. You got room to clear that.
Nemechek is out in front. Bell's got to get a huge run down the back straightaway, or it's going to be over for the stage. Nemechek on the top. Bell down to the bottom, and we're side by side. Drag race back to the start-finish line. Who will win the second stage? There's contact. And again at the line, Nemechek is going to win stage 2. For the second stage, Bell tried to pull it off with the ensuing contact. We saw 4 wide, we saw 3 wide, we saw a photo finish, beating and banging door to door off of turn 4 through the tri-oval just to win the second stage. And what will that mean for if we have to see a finish to the end of the race that could be somewhat similar? That was an unbelievable finish there. Gonna lose a spot on pit road. Justin Haley, the only driver to stay out. He pulled under that third caution of the race. And the green flag is back in the air here once again. Green flag back in the air at Daytona. A bit of 3 wide action. Good move to it to be the first driver on the outside, but Bell kind of stuck behind these guys right now. So trying to win stage 2 is becoming less and less patient as the stage is progressing. Is now Bell going to the outside here. Now nobody on the inside, so we'll fall in line here in third. Everybody will need to pit one more time in this race. 56 to go. Yes, everybody will have to pit one more time in this one. With a spectacular race and a spectacular finish in the truck race that we had earlier today, and now in this Xfinity Series race, can we do the same? It's been a fantastic race with a photo finish even in stage 2 as well. A couple of 4 wide moments, one of which was for the lead. It's just unbelievable. Huge block there on Chastain. That was a great move there by Bell to move up in front of him, clear him for the second position, and now he can go full bore and try to get after Haley, who's on a little bit older tires.
Still there?
It's very tough to show in this one how to pass for the lead in the open air. He's been able to get alongside some of these guys, but he's just not been able to clear them. Now a little push from behind here from John Hunter and Nemechek, but it's not going to work as Haley is going to have everybody cleared for the lead. 54 laps to go in the race. Bell on the bottom, Haley on the top here, side by side for the lead in turns 1 and 2. If you're just joining us, it has been a great race here throughout. We have a photo finish in stage 2, where John Hunter Nemechek won the second stage. We're driving with Christopher Bell here in this NASCAR Xfinity Series race, and now we're going to be, oh man, I thought we were going to be 3 wide for the lead. Then he got pushed up into the 11 car, trying to stay into the gas. It's been a while since we've led a lap. That was close at the line that time, but I think Haley barely got us.
Careful, still there. Stay on the bottom. Clear high, bud.
Just been a big move so far. Christopher Bell here out in front now. It will be an official lead change if and when we get back to the start-finish line. And it is. So Bell back in the lead for the fourth time today. Not led many laps despite the fact he won stage 1. So it was a last lap pass for the win in stage 1. Stage 2 we had a photo finish. Beating and banging Jordan Boy at the line with, in the last 2 laps we had a 4 wide for the lead. And almost wrecked a 3 wide for the lead. And up with side by side at the line beating and banging. So incredible finish to the second stage after a pretty good finish to the first stage with that last lap pass as well. Bell's been in the mix in both of it, finishing second in stage 2, first in stage 1.
Got one leaking outside. Top 3 using it in.
As you see everybody running 3 wide on back. This is amazing right here. It's truly and simply amazing. Once again, folks, 30 days to the Daytona 500. 1 month away. The Great American Race. I mean, I've done a decent amount of double headers here on this channel, but I don't think I've done 2 double headers at Daytona on the same day. Not only that, I think I've done 2 double headers where we've had this great of racing in both races all the way throughout both of them. I mean, I'm just getting exhausted. And what has been going on? After winning that first race, it's just, I mean, it's a mental barrier to try and win this second one as well. And have the patience, wherewithal to really be able to pull it off. And here comes Chastain now to the top side as he was working that third line. Bell's going to lead the lap at least, but we'll have to see where we're going to go from here.
Got one peeking inside. Low clear. Still there inside.
Oh, Tommy Barcella is there. And up through the middle, a big push now from John Hunter Nemechek.
Hold your line there. Clear a little bit.
Who will lead this lap?
Careful, still there.
Off of turn 4, trying to pinch Chastain up there. And Bell's going to lead this lap once again.
Stay low, stay low. Car on the outside now.
Chastain doing a great job side draft, you know.
Still there.
He's holding on strong.
Car there on the outside. Careful, still there.
Barcella giving Bell a huge push here. And clear Chastain once again back at the line that time. Still 47 laps to go, so still just above a full fuel run to the finish. Once again, we've had 3 cautions in this race. We have yet to have one here in the final stage. We have not had a big wreck at all in this race. And one driver is DNF. Still 37 other drivers on the lead lap with a chance to win this race. All 32 drivers in the Truck Series race earlier today finished on the lead lap. Nobody DNF'd in that race. We got one to DNF here. But if everybody's still on the racetrack, and the 37 drivers on the racetrack, and the 38 that started, 37 are all on the lead lap. Amazing.
Inside.
Oh, slight contact there. Bell tried to force the issue. Oh, he had enough room.
Hold your line, stay high.
He didn't, though.
Stay high up here. Clear low.
And trying to push that 15 car BJ McLeod to the lead. Marcella still not going to be able to lead a lap. Well, maybe he will. Who knows? 3 wide. 3 wide to the start-finish line. The lap will be led by Bell miraculously still. And that's unbelievable of itself. Now, even after all that, Bell was still able to lead a lap. And hold on to the lead.
Still there.
Despite completely losing the lead and falling back to 3rd before they even got into turn 3. Push from behind from John Jackson.
Careful, still there.
Bell's going to clear everybody again. So Christopher Bell still holding on to the lead strong here at Daytona right now. Racing aggressively pretty much this entire race. It's worked out for him. They gave him a shot to win stage 2, even though he finished 2nd. You could also say maybe that's what cost him at the end too. If he would have side drafted instead of actually trying to bump the 23 out of the way at the finish line, maybe he could have gotten it. Who knows? Said in the opening stage of the race, we didn't see a lot of passing on the outside for the lead. We saw it was more prevalent at the end of stage 1. Pretty much all of stage 2, and so far all of stage 3 as well. So you can definitely pass on the outside just as well as you could in the truck race. It just seemed like nobody was really doing it. Not so much that they weren't capable of it, they just weren't even trying it during the first 20-25 laps of the race. .40 laps to go in the race. We are 2/3 of the way through this one. And a little less than half hour away from the finish. Oh, big block there by Chastain. And although it might have seemed like it was going to work, that actually kind of costed him. So he's now the first car in line on the very top, and we got 3 lanes trying to work together. Actually, it was Garrett Smithley, not Ross Chastain. 39 laps to go. Bell has led quite a few laps here consecutively. Might have a chance, actually, to lead the most laps by the end of this race if he keeps it up. Smithley starting to slowly fall back now. Josh Bilicki back up to second. Trying to fight hard. It's Gray Golding now. Now Bell getting a big, huge advantage out in front here. Halfway through this fuel run. We have not had a caution in the third stage. Here comes Bilicki now. Rushing to the back bumper into turn 1 on Bell. Looking all over for a possible shot at the lead though. Not going to get it. At least not yet.
Car there on the outside.
Comes Golding now, lane block, now back down to the bottom of the block, Bilicki. Not condemn enough the fact of how great of a job Bell has done here so far. Since the restart and what he was trying to do here as far as trying to win this race. There comes Golding. There's some slight contact. Gray Golding, and now even more contact. That probably wasn't a smart move by Bell, not at all, in fact. He was likely going to lose the shot at keeping the laps slight consecutively. Bilicki pushing Christopher Bell now, though, out of turn 4. Through the tri-oval, down the front straightaway, and somehow, someway, Bell, by a nose, in a couple inches, he's still able to lead the lap. Unbelievable, Christopher Bell. What he has been able to do to hold on to the lead here at Daytona. Doing literally everything you could possibly think of.
Got one up top.
And back up again to the top to block Golding. Just unbelievable. Bell is probably going to be about ready to lead another lap consecutively. Indeed he does, very easily. Or at least he made it look easy. Still 34 laps to go. I mean, the more these laps tick by that Bell leads, it's like,
Got a car low now.
is he even going to get past for the lead? I mean, he's definitely got the speed in the car. Very close to going 4 wide back there. Seen the drastic measures he's been able to go through, not only to just try to lead laps in this race, but on stage.
All right, you're clear.
Compete for a stage win in stage 2 despite coming home second. Maybe check. I don't think he's even led a lap since he won stage 2. Didn't even lead the field back to green because Austin Hill stayed out of the pits. Before he had to restart second. Never led a lap here in his third stage despite winning stage 2. Nemechek back into the top 3. He's now looking to try and maybe pass for the race lead. Two laps to go. And Nemechek seemingly going to fade towards the back once again. Maybe not for long. He might have new life here down the back straightaway. In fact, he does. But him and Tommy Joe Martins were battling hard there to try and side draft off each other. But as well, Martins trying to side draft at the car at the bottom of Balicki. Running 3 wide there, they just side drafting off of each other. As tight as it is already.
Got one outside now.
And now we're going to have 31 laps to go. Because of the effort and the great job of getting to the lead and staying in the lead in stage 3 alone here.
Outside. Top 3.
Winning stage 1 is only on a last lap pass, but since he has taken the lead in stage 3, he's not giving it up. Very close on very numerous amounts of occasions. Just continue to stay out in the lead, and in fact, going to be under 30 laps to go this time by. We are only going to have 29 laps to go when we come back to the start-finish line this time.
Got a car low now. Clear low.
Laps to go. Still about 14 to 16 laps short on field to the end of the race. So obviously everybody will have to pit. Get a caution, everybody will pit under yellow. If you stay green, we might see green flag pit stops like we did in the truck race earlier today. But the fact that with 4 cautions in the truck race, it's 20 laps shorter, 50 miles shorter of a race here compared to what we have in the Xfinity Series. We only have 3 cautions in this race so far. We also had overtime in that Truck Series race. In fact, 2 of the final 2 cautions both came out.
Car there on the inside. Clear all around there.
In the last 14 laps of the race. So we can very easily see something like that again.
Hold your line. Got one inside. All clear.
And this one.
Car high. Careful. Clear all around there.
Seven laps to go. be pretty well single file for most of the top 10 right now. If not top, all the way through the top 5 for sure. To pause it here for a quick moment because I think my battery on the controller is about to die any second as we have 25 laps to go. I don't like doing this, but I don't want the battery to die in the middle of what has been a great race so far as we lead by a car length over Stephen Light. Pause it down the back straightaway here. We've just been doing it while nobody's got a real big run on us. So here we go. We're about to get back here for the finish of this race. Sorry for the holdup. Didn't want the controller to die on this one, and that's the dangers of doing a race like this with the controller rather than the steering wheel that is automatically plugged in. So here we go. Final remainder of this one.
Got a car low now. Clear down low.
Christopher Bell out in front. When will everybody pit as we near the finish of this race? 24 laps to go. Most of these guys are single file here on the inside towards the front. That's what I want to see. It'd be a lot easier to get down onto pit road if that is the case. But let me tell you something, if you've missed the majority of this one throughout, that has not been the course of this one. We had a last lap pass for the win in stage 1, where I was driving with Christopher Bell. We got the last lap pass for the win on Justin Allgaier. In stage 2, we saw a restart with 6 laps to go. We were 4 wide for the lead with 2 to go. We were still 3 wide for the lead towards the end of that very lap, coming to the white flag, and then we were beating and banging door to door with John Hunter Nemechek, side by side photo finish at the line. Nemechek won stage 2, and that leaves us where we're at here in stage 3. We finished first in the first stage, second in the second, and now a caution will fly for only the 4th time today. And that will shape up a restart as everybody is going to pit now. We only need to take a half can of fuel to make it to the end, 4 fresh tires at that, and we will pit. And it looked like a lot of these guys that beat us probably didn't pit for tires, but tires don't mean really anything here at Daytona, so we're going to restart mid-pack for the season opener for the NASCAR Xfinity Series here. 20 laps to go at Daytona, so 20 laps to try to decide the winner of the race. Not one for racing aggressively. I'm usually one for being patient, racing everybody clean, but this race has been different throughout, but so far it has worked, and we'll see if we can get it done again. Started at the rear. We did not qualify. We started 37th of the 38 drivers. Still 37. Oh, man, very aggressive block there. We got a push from behind from Jeff Green, as he definitely wasn't going to get out of the gas there. And we're at that point in the race where nobody wants to get out of the gas.
Careful, still there.
We have not seen a big wreck yet today, but I'm very certain that we could see one before the finish. We didn't see one in the truck race, miraculously. 19 laps to go as we're back up to speed now.
Careful, still there.
And we're quickly back up into the top 10 in the 9th position. Now looking down to the inside. On Reddick. Not going to get there. We got to move back up. Right in line behind him, just to jump back down to the inside again here and take it 3 wide into turn 3. in the 7th position. Reddick tries a side draft off of us. It's working. There's slight contact now with Reddick off the exit of 4, but we're good. It wasn't really my fault. It was more his fault. We stay clean. 18 laps to go. By clean, I mean we stay out of the fence.
Careful, still there.
Spinning with a bunch of them.
Still there.
Bell looking for a very aggressive maneuver here, looking to go right up the middle. Help from behind from Tyler Reddick.
Hold that line.
3
driver.
wide as we are in the middle line here in turns 3 and 4. Still 3 wide. Battling with John Hunter Nemechek and Josh Malicki. And now there's slight contact as we got very tight there off of turn number 4. 3 by 3 back to the line. End up 5th that lap. Quickly getting by Nemechek and out of the inside of Malicki as well. We'll get by him, and now Christopher Bell back up into the 3rd position with Stephen Light in the lead. Gray Golding 2nd right behind him. Oh, below the double yellow line, we got to get back up the racetrack, and we do.
Still there.
Still somehow able to stay side by side with Golding.
Car there
Now
on the
contact
inside.
with him, but we wasted way too much time, and here comes Malicki.
Still there inside.
Back down on the bottom as we lose ground once again. Aggressive style did not work out that time.
Stay high up here.
Got to be careful. 16 laps to go. How about the Rough Rider here, Christopher Bell? Back down to the inside in 5th, right behind John Jackson.
Still there.
Single file line between the top 5, and I was going to say it wasn't going to stay single file much longer.
Careful. Still there.
Very bold maneuver to get up to 3rd. Now working on Malicki. All over his back bumper. Gave us just enough room to the inside of him. At the line, 15 laps to go here at
Stay
Daytona.
on the bottom.
Stephen Light in the lead. Bell back up to 2nd again as we clear Malicki in the middle of 1 and 2. Malicki kind of held up on the top, really not a lot of help. At least for the time being. Now they get kind of spread out down the back straightaway a little bit. Not only from each other side by side, but as well front to back. And allows us to get a big run on Stephen Light. Looking to the outside. Not going to happen this time as we duck in line right behind him. We showed how great we can hold on to the lead. We never lost the lead once we took it. We led almost 30 consecutive laps. So the sooner we can get to the lead, I know I can block everybody off here back to the finish. And now side by side for the lead on Stephen Light. Trying to get the run off of turn 2, and now down the back straightaway we got a drag race. Looks like the 9 car of Gregson is going to try to go up and help Light. Side drafting off of him though. No contact was made, we did it clean. A push from behind from John Jackson.
Got room, you're clear there.
And the back marker car with an unsponsored team in this race is up to 2nd. It could be bad news for everybody as Christopher Bell is back out in the lead now with 13 laps to go. 5th lead of the race for Bell. This could be interesting here before the end of this one. Heck, who knows? We might get another caution before the end of it.
Inside.
Oh, and there's Jackson. He gets to the inside. Big bold maneuver. Bell trying to hug the inside line on him, not let a lot of them get by. Not going to work. Jackson leads the lap with 12 to go. Bell only led the one lap that time, and now quickly down to the inside again, trying to force his way in there. Didn't work. Just didn't work. Contact now with Michael Lynette.
Still there.
Still kind of stuck on the top here. Down the back straightaway.
Stay high.
Into turns 3 and 4.
Careful, still there.
Now looking right up the middle, there's contact. Bell's in the wall, and we're hard, we're wrecking. The big one at Daytona with 12 laps to go. It was a matter of time before the aggressive racing caught up, and the reason why I don't do it is that exact reason. And despite the fact we were able to last that long without the big one, sure enough, it does strike before the end of this race. And now that puts us in a terrible position here to try and win this one, because again, tires do not matter at Daytona and Talladega. And we are going to have to restart from the rear of the field back in 37. Only driver out of this race is Jeremy Clements. And if we're going to want a chance to win this race, we're going to have to go from 37 to the lead in the final 8 laps.
Be ready here.
Folks, if you believe in miracles, you're going to have to believe in one right now.
Still there.
Because if we're going to win this race, it is going to take a huge one. We put ourselves in that situation now.
Still there.
Contact there with Ross Chastain. Have to be even more aggressive than what we've done this entire race so far. But
still there. Still there. Still there.
wow, barely able to squeeze there down below Mike Harmon.
You got room. You're clear there.
Trying to get back up to speed. 7 laps to go here at Daytona. Season opener for the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Car high, careful there.
Trying to go from 37th to the front here to not only win this race, oh man, very big moment there, but
Stay low, stay low.
not only to win this race, we're also trying to do it at the end of the race, because although that was our starting position, we're basically trying to do it at the finish here too, in the final 8 laps. It isn't impossible, and in fact we're inside the top 30 already, but we're only going to have 6 laps to go when we get back to the line this time. Well, it's running out of time. I think we can get back to the top 10, but I don't know if we're going to be able to win this one. 6 laps to go.
Stay on the bottom here.
I don't know if I should take it 4 wide now and just go for it all, or knowing I think I can get back to the top 10 at least. Maybe I should try to wait till then. And now we got somebody seemingly blowing up, and that will bring out another caution. So 6 laps to go, we have another caution. Like Tommy Joe Martins just blew up right in front of the field. Thankfully the caution came out before anything big happened, like another big one. Josh Bilicki currently the leader. We will have 3 laps to go. When we get to the green flag, we'll restart in 24th. Fortunately, we're on the outside.
Almost ready.
So our 5th caution of the race is out, but the green flag will be back in the air once again. And now we spin the tires off the restart, so that is going to hurt us more than it's going to help us by far.
Car there on the inside. Clear all around.
We're quickly back to 28th. Bilicki leads out in front here at Daytona. Still 3 laps left though. Who knows? Maybe we get another big one and we end up had Sorry, 6 cautions in the race, not 5. 6 cautions. About to get to the line here for 2 laps to go, and we got to go for 4 wide here.
Got 1 outside now. I need 2 more throttle left, but keep it going.
Didn't want to do it, but I kind of had to.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear.
We're battling hard.
Stay low, stay low.
Down the back straightaway, trying to get any sort of momentum we can.
Careful, still there.
It'll be too little too late to win the race unless we get a huge wreck right now. When we go to overtime. We just get a huge wreck coming to the finish.
Outside.
We win the race like Ken Busher did in the Xfinity race here at Daytona years ago. The white flag is in the air, 1 lap to go. Final lap of the race here at Daytona. Not going to win both races in our doubleheader here. We're not going to win the season opener at Daytona despite having a good points day. But Garrett Smithley in the lead.
Careful,
It was big one, so even with the caution, it looks like we're still going to finish inside the top 10.
Stay low,
Pretty good.
Still there.
Going hard in the finish, we're going to end up 9th. And it looked like, I believe, couldn't tell exactly who won there, but it looked like the winner of the race is going to be Stephen Light. So Stephen Light will win at Daytona here in the season opener for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and Stephen Light will be locked into the playoffs here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. How about pole sitter, Justin Haley finishing 2nd. Been a very roller coaster of a day. John Hunter Nemechek, stage 2 winner, finished 25th. Might have gotten caught up in that big wreck. Reddick, we know he was up there towards the end. Tommy Joe Martin's, well, I believe it wasn't an engine. I think it was a tire going down. But that tire went down when he was nearing the top 10. Finishes 32nd. Cummins, the only driver of DNF in the race. But congratulations to Stephen Light winning this Xfinity Series race. We're going to be the points leader at least coming out of this one with 1 playoff point, but Stephen Light is going to be the first driver to lock himself into the playoffs. That was a stage 2 finish there on your screen. I did not know he did that after he crossed the line. That's besides the point, though. Fastest lap of the race, we had that fastest lap of the race, 45.607. We led the most laps, 44 of the 120 laps led. A lot of those were in that 30 stretch green flag run where we led every lap. Morgan Shepherd, the biggest mover, started 35th, finished in 3rd. And Tyler Reddick started 3rd, finished 30th. He had the tough break in this one. That is going to be it here for this race. That is it for today with the doubleheader. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, if you like the commentary, the race, and or the video in general, please hit the the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want more NASCAR Heat 4 or other future related NASCAR content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, catch you next time.